Is there something going on with this fog and then people getting sick? Because hear me out. About 4 or 5 days ago, I was on TikTok and one of my friends had posted that there had been fog in her area for the last 3 to 4 days before that. And she was talking about how it is there in the morning and lasts all day into the night, and it hasn't like gone away in 3 to 4 days. And I was like, huh, that's weird. I wonder if she lives anywhere near me, because I'm in southeast Nebraska and it had been doing exactly that for the last 3 to 4 days here as well. So I go in her comments, and no, she's not from here. I believe she said she was from Houston or something. But then I look at her other comments, and people from all over the United States are talking about they have also experienced fog morning all the way to night for the last 3 to 4 days before this as well. And I commented and I was like, that's strange. Like, how do I come into somebody's comment section and people from Pennsylvania and Houston and southeastern Nebraska and Colorado are all experiencing this fog morning to night, doesn't go away for the last 3 to 4 days, and we are geographically in very different areas? That's strange. Didn't really think much of it, right? Other than that. Then a while, like the next day, I'm scrolling and I see somebody else talk about this. And so I go into their comment section. Again, now people, Oregon, Florida, like all over the place are saying that they have experienced this exact same thing. I understand it's cold and flu season, whatever. This could be just a weird coincidence, but now I'm seeing a lot of my friends and people that I'm, follow and stuff on social media talking about being sick, this red sore throat, really bad. I myself have been under the weather for the last like 5 days. Nothing severe, nothing like what other people are reporting, but like a scratchy throat. You can kind of hear it in my voice. Just kind of more tired and things like that. And I just don't know. It's just strange. It's just strange. The fog itself was strange. I even thought it was strange just when I thought it was just here in southeast Nebraska where I am. When it wouldn't leave for 3 to 4 days, I was like, that is strange. And then I start seeing all these people on social media talking about they're all over the country and they're experiencing the same kind of fog.
So right here, I'm walking up my roof, and the reason I'm doing this today is because now it's popping up everywhere about this weird fog. I thought it was my water that made me sick when I was outside.
This fog in Florida is making people sick.
I've been seeing it turn into a fungus. Hair-looking pieces, don't breathe that shit in. Okay. Just remember, what I'm going to say is just for general information purposes and entertainment purposes only. Now, I've been seeing a lot of videos like this here, where you can see particles in the air like this. Or videos like this one where they say the fog is making them sick, dry coughs, congestion, and headaches.
And videos like this. Going on with this fog and then people getting sick?
And all of this reminded me of the Joplin tornado back in 2011 that it unearthed a deadly fungus and actually unalived 5 people. And there's plenty of information about that right here. And over the holiday week, there was quite a bit of severe weather, including tornadoes. And obviously severe thunderstorms. Now, I'm not saying that this is all obviously related in any way, but let's see what AI has to say also. Can fungal and mold spores travel in fog?
Yes, both fungal and mold spores can travel in fog. They're lightweight enough to be carried along with the tiny water droplets that make up fog.
Okay, now can that cause upper respiratory issues?
Yes, breathing in mold spores carried by fog can definitely trigger upper respiratory issues. You might experience sneezing, coughing, a stuffy nose, or even wheezing. If you have allergies or asthma, mold spores can make your symptoms worse.
Okay, what other things could fog technically carry?
Fog could technically carry a bunch of other stuff, like pollen from plants, dust and dirt particles, pollution from cars and factories, even tiny bits of sea salt if you're near the coast. It really just depends on what's in the air where the fog's forming.
Also, just out of curiosity, can thunderstorms and tornadoes unearth fungal and mold spores and maybe be transmitted later on by the fog?
Absolutely. Thunderstorms and tornadoes can churn up fungal and mold spores from the ground. These spores can then get caught up in fog that forms later on. It's a roundabout way for them to travel, but definitely possible.
Okay.
2025 is new. But then I realized something is happening. A lot of people complaining about not feeling well, headaches. Just some weird shit has been happening. Plane crashing. As if I didn't say intense fog. Drones. Just a lot of things. Why are people getting sick? People are getting sick, throwing up a lot. Like my husband say on his job, a lot of people has been throwing up, diarrhea. Normally we would just say it's a bug, but what kind of bug is this? Like, what is happening? It's just have this weird feeling and I don't know, excessive tiredness. People at my job is complaining about headaches. What is this?
So I too have been sick since Christmas, just about everyone else on this app has been sick since Christmas. Stuffy nose, runny nose, sore throat, cough, the whole shebang, you name it. And I can tend to have some conspiracy theorist tendencies, but people are saying that it's the fog, this weird fog that's going all around the country that's been here since Christmas, and that's what's making people sick. Guys, I don't know if it's the fog. I mean, come on. It's that time of year when everyone gets together and people pass around viruses and people get sick and they get each other sick. That's just what happens in the winter. Is it really the fog making us sick? I mean, tell me your opinion. Do you really think we're getting sick from fog? And if so, what the hell is in the fog? And how are they spraying it all over the whole country to get us sick? Like, really? That's what you think it is? You don't think it's a virus that gets passed around every winter? Because that's what I think it is. It's a virus. You gotta let your body fight it. And my body's not fighting it very well, apparently. But, I mean, it's a virus, you guys. It's not... I don't think it's the fog. Is it the fog? Is it really the fog?
Y'all, so... is it me or... is there something like in the air? Because I was just fine the day, like I was saying, I was just fine the day before yesterday, and look at all that fog. This morning it was actually worse. Like you couldn't, it looked like it was down to the trees. There is no sun out here. It's not a cloud in the sky. And I am stuffy. It's been sneezing. It's just, it feels weird outside. I don't even know how to explain it. Furthermore, I don't know how to explain this feeling. It just feels weird outside. I hope I'm not the only one that's bugging out. But the moment I come out here, I'm stuffy, my chest hurts, I'm sneezing and stuffy. So tell me, am I the only one that's feeling like this? It just feels weird out here.
So I have seen no videos on this, so I'm just going to talk about it. The fog. That's right, people. This weird fog shit that has been around for days and is supposedly making people sick. Well, I feel like shit. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what it's looked like in Ohio for days. okay? I have also been getting progressively shittier feeling in the past days. If you guys are going through this and are seeing this, please let me know. Because I just find it really strange, okay, that I was completely fine and then all of a sudden this weather comes in and I feel like shit. Something's up, y'all. Like something is up. And what I feel is not normal. Like I feel like my body is panicking. Like it's going like alarm after alarm after alarm. It's not the flu, it's not a cold. I'm getting hot, I'm getting chills. I feel like I'm gonna throw up every 10 minutes. America, tell me if you are going through this and if there.
Okay, so I have been going through the comment section trying to catch up on all the comments about the fog and the symptoms. And here are the states, the majority of the states that were in the comments that are saying that they have fog and symptoms that are accompanied. And then I will go through the symptoms. So the states that so far that I have seen commenting the most are Oregon, Minnesota, Texas, St. Louis, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Vermont, New Hampshire, Washington, Arizona, Idaho, Illinois, Maine, Georgia, Massachusetts, Louisiana, Wisconsin. The UK has actually been commenting. Kansas, England, Florida, Indiana, Iowa, Mississippi, Arkansas, Cali, North Carolina, Ohio, Michigan, Colorado, Utah, Nebraska, and there was more than that. But this does appear to be coast-to-coast fog. Fog is normal this time of year. I had about 1 in every 100 comments on here was just mean or them calling us stupid or saying this is normal. Yeah, fog is normal. I've lived in Oregon my whole life. I am a born and raised Oregonian. I'm used to seeing fog. I am not used to seeing fog for months on end with like an hour break during the day and that's it. I've been having to double up on my vitamin D. So this is not normal fog. And if you're not experiencing the symptoms that I'm about to list off, consider yourself very lucky. If you don't know what we're talking about, consider yourself very lucky and be an adult and just keep scrolling, okay? But here are the symptoms that so far everybody's talking about. We're having a loss of appetite with a lot of people losing weight unexplained. Can't sleep at night. You feel really tired throughout the day because you're not sleeping at night, but all night you're just tossing and turning, having weird dreams. There's a really bad dry cough, but also congestion, which is weird because I've been congested, but I have a really dry cough, so it's very interesting. Extremely irritable. Some people are experiencing anemic problems. People are experiencing gut problems, stomach aches, diarrhea, nausea. I had some people commenting that they have jaw pain or headaches or both. There's just so many symptoms that are coming along. And the only thing that we all have in common from coast to coast is the fog. And then obviously a lot of us tap water, but that isn't necessarily going to be the same in every state. So the only thing I can associate all of this with is the fog. So I'm going to keep following the comment sections. I will keep updating you guys if I hear or see anything else. But so far, that's the majority of the states and majority of symptoms that I'm seeing that are very similar from state to state. And the only common ground factor is...
What's up with this fog? And everybody's sick. I don't know if you could tell, but I have no voice. It's starting to creep me out when the plane crashes. Like 3 of them in one day. Ugh.